How to remove and refit the front bumper on a Jaguar X-Type 2001 to 2009. This particular model is a 2007 2-litre diesel, and removing and refitting the bumper should be the same throughout the model range, including the facelift model, with only a slight change to the front under tray. Choose level firm ground and put the handbrake on. Chock the rear wheels, then start the engine and turn the wheel to one side to turn the wheel on the wheel arch so you can get access to the screw nuts under the arch. Turn the wheel whichever's easiest to get the screws out, and if you're really struggling you'll have to take the wheels off after jacking the car up and putting it on axle stands, of course. Take these 3 T30 screws out. I would recommend putting some penetrating fluid on these, as well as the ones underneath, which are particularly susceptible to rust. So you need to take your time easing these out, or you could damage the fastening brackets on the rear or even the panels. I usually let them soak overnight. There are 3 T30 screw bolts at the front that you need to take out, and a further T30 bolt holding the little corner sections on at the rear. Take all those out. Making sure you don't force them, as they can be quite tight as well. If they are, just ease them backwards and forwards until they come out easily. Take out the little plastic fillet sections under the wheel arch, and remember how they fit for when you come to put them back. When you take the bumper off, you want to put something down that's suitable to protect the paintwork. I've got my Auntie Mildred's old rug, which is nice and plush, but you could use a bit of old carpet. This model comes with headlamp power washers just here between the headlights, which in my case don't work at all, which is one of the reasons why I'm taking the bumper off. Normally the headlamp washers activate when you press the on-demand jet wash, as long as there's enough water in the reservoir and the side lights are on, which is obviously a two-man job to catch the power washer arm as it pops out, which gives endless amounts of fun if that floats your boat. So to remove the cover caps, I'm putting a piece of bent wire behind the cap itself to hook the jet washer and pull it out. Once it's out, then wrap a bit of rag round it and shove it in the hole a little bit, and then just rest the sprung loaded jet washer on that. And you can take the cap off then, very gently, as these can easily break. As you can see, this one's already broken here. Once removed, just let the arms go back into the car. Now go under the wheel arch and bend the plastic liner back. You could take the whole liner out if you wanted to do, but it's a bit more involved, and all you need to do is gain access to one bolt that holds the bumper on, which is a 10mm bolt, and I use a 10mm ring spanner, and it's hidden behind this other nut and bolt protruding from the wing. You just have to feel with your hands around to feel where the head is. Take that out. On both sides. Once you've got those last 2 bolts out, come round to the front and open the bonnet. There are 4 bolts to loosen off. Don't take them out just yet, as they offer a little bit of security still. So loosen all those off until they're finger tight. Then make sure your mat is in the right place and it's completely clear. Take out all the top bolts. Put your hand on the bumper by the wheel arch And while supporting the front of the bumper, you want to pull back and outwards and slightly up, and it should release from the side seam forwards, like so. Here's the seam clip, which has staggered sections to keep it in place, and a little peg right at the front with a corresponding loop on the actual bumper itself at the front edge. Whoa, good job I had the carpet there. Lay it down on the rug, and it's just still attached by the fog light cable on the left hand side, which is easy enough to detach. I'll just pan round to show you the inside of the bumper. It collects quite a bit of debris like leaves and such like. Just need to take those out. And it looks like some spiders have been making the nests, which I guess shows you how little this car's used. One thing to note is the T30 screws that attach the bumper to the tray get particularly corroded on the back of the screws, so it's a good time while the bumper's off to clean all these up or replace them with new ones. Use a wire brush, penetrating fluid to get them all working, and then finish them off with some grease or copper-ease. One important thing to remember is to clean along the seam clip on the bumper, which could affect how well it refits. Once you're happy with the bumper to be refit, lift it on over the headlights and guide it in at the corners where the bumper meets the front edge of the wing. This is where the little pegs and hooks come into play, which is what you want to be fitting first. Guide the loops on the bumper onto the pegs where the seam is at the front. And then jiggle the pegs around the headlights so they fit into the slots at the same time before pulling back on each wheel arch at the side of the bumper, so you're pulling it back towards the front wheels on either side along the seam, and it'll clip into place. Then quickly put the top bolts in above the headlights. Fit all the bolts loosely to start with, which gives you a chance to align all the parts so they all seat nicely and the seams in the right place. Refit the headlamp cover washers, and don't forget the two 10mm bolts inside each wing. And the job's done. Time for a well-deserved cup of tea. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped you out, guys. If it did and you like this video, give us a thumbs up, I really appreciate that. And if you haven't already subscribed, consider subscribing, and I'll see you on the next video.